So I'm flying the pattern later in the afternoon, and there's a few planes on the field. There was the Condors that were flying around there from Van Nuys, but I went ahead, contacted the tower, told them I'm going to be flying the pattern so the other pilots could hear me too. And it's a typical afternoon. It was windy before. There's mechanical turbulence, especially coming off of the fields. Flying over the fields in the middle of the afternoon, about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, you're going to be thrown around quite a bit. So just kind of coming in an angle. Usually that we come in at a 90-degree angle. This one I believe I'm going to do 180 landing. Just kind of cut down the power, and then let's first bring it back up again a little bit. But so getting lined up here. I usually go to about the 3rd telephone pole. The closer I am, the more radical the turn has to be. It seems like the longer I'm flying, the less radical I'm doing it. But okay, here we go. Just making the turn. Coming in about 45. We usually land about 40. I'm usually increased about 5 miles an hour. I'm flying slightly over the runway. Now I'm flying straight into the wind. Just a little bit of a crosswind, then kick over the right foot. It stabilizes everything and just lands straight. If I'm not going to land, I'm going to do a touch and go. Not even sure if I really touched there. We redid the runway, and so we still don't have the slurry coat on it, so it's really eating the tires up. So if I do a touch and go, it's going to be a really light touch. And you can see that the smoke is on the top that they were practicing for the air show for the following week. And coming in again slightly over the runway, then flying back to it because that's the way that the wind's blowing. Stabilizes the plane a lot easier. And then right there, kick the right rudder and get it down the runway and full power. The 2-cycle engine really lets you know it has a lot of fury to it. So here we go, going up. And I think the next shot we have the Condors. Let's see if you can see them. Yeah, you can kind of see them barely on the left-hand side. There's a group of them. And I remember flying, oh, I wish I could follow those guys, but way too fast, and they're the Condors. So they practice extensively out of Van Nuys, great pilots. I've never met them, but very good at what they do, and they run a really tight formation. We have a tendency of flocking. Sometimes we'll fly 3 or 4 ultralights at the same time, but we're really not in formation, but we keep track of one another. Okay, this one I'm just flying low down the center of the field, bringing up to almost full power here, and holding the stick down. And then as soon as I want to come up, I just gently let go of the stick a little bit, and it pops right up. So I was probably doing 55, 58, and then pop up. Normally that we fly at 40, we take off at 40, we fly at 40, we land at 40. A little extra speed never hurts, and especially if you're flying low, it kind of holds it down. So then I'm going to make one more landing and call it done. Still have quite a few planes up there. There's all kinds of smoke and everything, and they knew that I was there, and everybody is being very safe at the Camarillo airport, but I'm going to make sure to give them as much space as they need for their practice. I'm going to come down a little bit. I'm at 300 feet, and so I'm going to come down, land, contact the tower, close the ultralight field, and give the space to the other pilots if they like it. So this one I'm just coming straight in. I'm going to land this time and call it done for a day. So it was a short little flight, about 30 minutes, but it's always fun to be getting up in the air. There we go. Keep the front tire off. Down. Kind of hit the brakes a little bit to make the first turn off. Always looks good. That's the end of the flight. Thanks for watching.